So John, this is a quick video report for you, a quick online audit that I promised you in an email earlier today. Just a couple of things that are worth covering. We might do this in one video, we might do it in two, but they'll each be about 5 minutes or so. So first of all, the big question to ask is, are people looking for you online? If I just do a simple search for windscreen in the Google keyword tool, you're probably familiar with this. I can see that, and this is set for Australia only, so in Australia alone, there are, for example, 18,000 people searching for windscreen repairs or windscreens repair. 18,000 people every month is a pretty good volume, and the other keywords here, replacement windscreen, car window tinting, all these things would be of interest to you. And you should be aggressively targeting those keywords. Some of them are quite competitive, but if you know what you're doing, you could dominate those for your local space. And in fact, one of the things that you should be aware of is that if we look at the local mobile searches, so your website really needs to be optimized for mobile, because a lot of these sites, a lot of these searches are from mobile devices. You can see if I put it to mobile, the numbers don't change very much at all. So people are searching a lot on mobile, so you need to have your website that is optimized for a mobile device. If I type in here windscreen repair Preston, I would expect that you'd come up. Of course, O'Brien's come up as one of the sponsored links. People don't tend to look at the sponsored links so much. They tend to look at these ones here, which is the people are cotton on now. This is local businesses. These are sponsored links. These are sponsored links. People don't like clicking those because they just get sold to. You come up here for MrWindscreens.com. You're in the first place for windscreen repair in Preston, which is good. If you went a bit further afield, then you'd see it. You drop down. And if we typed in some other keywords, you'd find that you don't actually appear at all. These are things that are fairly easy to fix. Now, one of the things that I do, that a lot of people do, is to go to the Google reviews, because people want to know what people are saying about a business before they actually do business with that company. So if we look at your Google reviews, just clicking on there, it takes me to your Google Places site. Now, I don't know if you know about this. This is probably the single most powerful tool in your marketing arsenal these days. If you do a bit of work on this site, everything else that you do will also be maximized. So this is something you really want to focus on, really want to put some effort into. And I can see that hasn't been done so far. It says here, is this your business? So I'm not sure that you actually claimed this business site. You certainly should do. And I can see from what you've got here, the keywords, etc., they're not keyword optimized. You don't have any photos or videos, which is a great opportunity to get some keywords with photos and videos. A picture is replaced here, which is great. You got some reviews too. These are not so good. There's a review here that's a year old, which is a good one. Another review that's a year old. Don't even think about using these butchers. So, don't know who placed this. It could be a disgruntled ex-employee or a competitor. That sort of thing used to be relatively easy to do, but it's not so easy now. But you certainly need to be getting reviews and putting them on this Google Places site. And there are mechanisms, there are ways you can do that. It's pretty important. The Google Places site is, as I say, the single most important thing that you can do for marketing your business. In fact, I can do a little report here. You can check this yourself. Go to checkmybusinessranking.com. That's checkmybusinessranking.com, and put in your telephone number and your details. And this is what you'll find. You've got a couple of keywords. You're optimized for reasonably okay windscreen repair service and window tinting service. Those are your two main sort of thrusts. But that's only the Preston area. If I went outside Preston, it wouldn't be so good. You really should have a lot more keywords there. We saw some of those earlier that were worth ranking for. This tool thinks that you've claimed your Google site. I'm not entirely sure that that's true, that's correct. Google doesn't always give up complete accurate information, and you've also claimed your Bing site, which is good if you've done that. You haven't done these local directories, and these are important because if you do more of these, then you'll find you get a much better result in all sorts of places. So really, John, there's a lot that you can do to ramp up this business fairly quickly, focusing on this Google Places site in particular, and marrying that up with the rest of what you're doing with some decent keywords. That could really get you a lot of bang for your buck fairly quickly. I really hope that's useful. I'll talk to you later if you want to talk more about it, but by all means come back to me if you want to have a bit more information, or if I can help you with any of this, then just give me a call. Thanks, John.